Now, Nepal is a country that we only worked with after the original Alts and Barton. For the years 1970 through 1974, we made the proof sets for Nepal. However, we did not make business strikes of anything. I do, however, have some illustrations of what a business strike might look like in comparison. These are not quite the same date, but it kind of gives you an idea how the proof looks really beautiful and the business strike looks, well, obviously like a business strike. That would go for both front and back. Or again, there'd be some business strikes from these various years. Again, these are made by Nepal somewhere else. And as you can see, even though they're obviously both aluminum, they simply do not hold a candle to the beautiful proof coins that we struck for their proof sets. Or again here, you can see that one, the business strike made by Nepal. I didn't bother trying to collect all the different business strikes. Most of these exist also as business strikes in addition to the proofs that the U.S. Mint made. But I just grabbed a small sampling here just to kind of show that it would be very obvious to know which was which. So anyway, but those were not made in the U.S. These were, although the dies and the planchets were provided by Nepal. We just actually did the striking, wrapped them in sets, which we'll get to, and then shipped them back to Nepal or wherever to use them. So without further ado, there's the 1 paisa. And you notice there's somewhat different things. The 2, 0, 2 are easy. The funny swirl there is actually 7. Because in Nepal, 1970 is for them actually the year 2027. So here's the 2 paisa. The 5 paisa. I think that's a very lovely bowl there. And then the 10 paisa, which is made of brass, also has the lovely bowl. You can see that 202, and then the swirly thing that's actually a 7. Okay, a 25 or quarter rupee. A 50 paisa or half rupee. And then the whole rupee. Now, the next year it's 1971, or 2028. So while the front looks the same, the back, now the last digit has a different look, 2002, and then there's that other different looking thing. Almost looks like a Chinese or Japanese character there, but it's actually the number 8 in the Nepalese language. Again, here's the 5 paisa. And a 10 paisa. 25 paisa. 50 paisa. And the whole rupee. It's at the bottom, 202, and then that's an 8. Weird looking 8, isn't it? 1972, the next year. You see, now you have for the 9 yet another looking thing, 202, and the funny looking E or epsilon looking thing is actually their digit 9. 2 paisa, 2 paisa, 5 paisa. As you see, this coin isn't perfect. Okay. Now, the only excitement you have is that in this year, the look of the 10 paisa is different. It no longer has the cow on the front. You'll also notice that rusting is a fairly major problem, especially with these brass proofs. There's something about brass proofs made in America. It's very difficult to find those without rust damage. And that'll go not only for these Nepalese coins, but also for the 5 centavo of the Philippines in 1974. Okay. Finally, a full rupee. Now, we get up to the next year. 1973 is 2030. And now, the last digit on the end is a recognizable O. And the 3 is almost recognizable, just a little tail off the bottom. So it almost looks like 2030. The 1 paisa. This is the 2 paisa. Yes. Here's the 5 paisa. You still have the cow, the 2030, the 10 paisa. By the way, that thing that looks like a funny tall 2 is actually the digit 1. So that's a 10 there for 10 paisa. Again, the 2030. Some rather weird toning there, but interesting. Okay, the 25 paisa. Fairly different feature from year to year. Just in the year that's actually on there, 2030. 50 paisa, or half rupee. And of course the 100 paisa, which is 1 rupee. Then the last year, 2031, 1 paisa. Now you see that same kind of looking thing there, 203, and then that funny thing that looks like a stretched out to verticalized 2 or question mark. And that's the digit 1 for 2031. There, it looks a little more clear. The 5 paisa still has the cow. 10 paisa still has this other look. $203, weird looking thing again. That's the 1. 50 paisa. Finally, the rupee. And that's what the U.S. meant. San Francisco made all these proofs for Nepal. And that was the end of our involvement with Nepal. Oh, then we made proof sets too. The sets, these are all solid sets. So here's a 1970 proof set. 1971 proof set. 1972 proof set. 73 proof set. And 74 proof set. And that's it for Nepal.